It's Thursday, July 28th, 2022, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, a family calling for justice, a Bahamian free diver appearing on Shark Week, and ArawakX is expanding. So, let's start the morning off right.
The Morning Edition is brought to you by We Buy You Sell Company, your leading hurricane impact windows, doors, and tile specialist.
Good morning, hoping everyone has a positive and stress-free day. There is only one key to success in life: stay calm and focus on your goals. Good morning, Jiminita. Today is a beautiful day. We have some beautiful ladies in studio this morning. I thought you were pretty when I saw you put on your makeup, but you were going to take, I should not say, the second class of these young ladies this morning. Oh, we have the Miss Bahamas contestants.
Early, guys.
We have the Miss Bahamas contestants in studio today, and they are up and early this morning, all looking nice. So you're in for a great show. How are you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Seriously, good. I'm ready to just get the day over with.
The day is just starting. How you wanted to get over it already? You just tell people about setting their goals. What's your goal for the day?
My goal for the day is not to get in any argument with anybody.
That's impossible. He started that's goal out the window. Round two. Next one.
Just to be friendly and make everybody happy. That is my goal for the day, and I hope everybody have that goal for the day. But once again, yes, we have the beauty contestants in studio, and this is a busy, you know why I'm so happy? This is a busy regatta weekend coming up. Auckland, Cat Island, all our crews are heading out today, so you folks on the Family Island, stay tuned to the ZNS Network for that. But as usual, Jeanette's Uniform Center, thank you for them. They are getting ready for their back to school, and they are sponsoring our question this week for the Children's Emergency Hostel. Let's bring that question up on the screen. Which organization was initially responsible for the operations of the Children's Emergency Hostel? And you can dial 502-383-3502-3833, and you can win yourself this nice gift pack, all courtesy of Jeanette's Uniform Center. Comes with the rulers, pencils, erasers, just a good jump start for your back to school. But let's take it now out to the streets where Anthony Smith and Corporal Kemp is standing by, and it should be a busy Thursday morning.
Good morning, Jiminita and Fisher, and good morning, Bahamas. It is Thursday, and your morning traffic report is coming to you live from JFK Drive, just near the Harold Road roundabout. And I gotta tell you, I did not know this many people were out in Adam before the 7 o'clock hour. So this thoroughfare is definitely gonna be busy coming up on 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this evening. So joining us this morning, as always, is the ever-demanding Corporal Patrick Kemp of the Royal Bahamas Police First Traffic Division. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
You're so sweet. Thank you very much.
I know. Well, Corporal Kemp, you chose this location. Any particular reason why?
So we're in JFK in the area of the roundabout and the area of the Red Cross Fair. And let me tell you, the people who are coming off a tonic, and the reason why I thought it was very important to show this particular area is that I want to remind the motoring public to obey the traffic signs. They are there for your safety. If you notice, you have persons who are turning off a tonic onto JFK, but if you notice, there are vehicles that are also coming off of JFK, off a tonic, as opposed to going straight ahead to Prospect Ridge or they head in the eastern direction more so, they're also coming around the roundabout. That is wrong. That is an offense. And if you watch closely, you might just notice one of two of what I'm saying take place right now. You notice the persons are making a left turn onto JFK. You notice that the Mercedes-Benz that would have went straight ahead. There's an offense that's called failing to keep left. We can also go as far as to say improper turn. Okay, you have to utilize the roundabout, especially in a manner that will minimize or not cause any accidents, especially on the roundabout. And I thought it was important to view this, to show this morning, so that members of the public can know to utilize the roundabout properly.
Okay, Kemp. I gotta say, I feel like this is just a matter of opinion. Why is this necessarily wrong? Because this could be subjective. Because you could turn left at the roundabout, right?
Well, you know, that's why they have the signs posted. And in fact, we had this discussion the other day. It is not subjective. It's not a matter of opinion. It's about obeying the laws. If the street signs are there and they are erected there to give you proper directions on how to utilize the streets, you want to obey that to avoid any potential accidents from happening. I tell you one thing, you come in contact with me and you're making a turn, there is no matter of opinion on how to use the roundabout. If I catch you, Nate, you're going to get a ticket. And the ticket is going to be failing to keep left. If you notice, the traffic now is at a stop for persons making a turn, and there are persons who are swinging around the traffic coming off a hard road. That is wrong. If you get in an accident, you will find yourself before the court charged for driving without due care and attention.
Okay, but what if I'm approaching the roundabout and I want to go to Prospect Ridge, but I'm like, oh my goodness, all of a sudden I need to go onto JFK. I forgot.
You better go around. You better go straight around.
So you prefer for me to do a full circle?
Yes, make that loop. It's the safest thing to do.
Okay, that's what I'll do from now on.
It is the safest thing to do. If I catch you, Lee, I mean you are good friends, I'm going to give you a ticket in love.
Well, how much will that ticket cost me?
$150. You can afford that. Yep, $150.
$150, Cam? I feel like that's unreasonable. I will be making the full loop from now on. If you guys are out here listening this morning, Kemp wants to get a final word in.
You know, Nate, let me tell you something. I know you take these precautions very serious.
I do.
The other morning, when I came to you, you were in a parked vehicle that was off, and you were applying your makeup. And this is how we know you take it serious. Not only you were applying your makeup in a parked vehicle, the car off, but you had your seatbelt on. That's how serious you believe in obeying the law.
Safety first, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if you listen to Patrick Kemp, if you are tempted to come to this roundabout and you're tempted to turn left, just take the full loop, avoid that $150 fine. And with that, we're going to toss it back to you guys in studio. Safety first.
Thanks a lot. We are waking up to 79 degrees. Sunny on the outside, winds east at 8 miles per hour, humidity 85%. Now, Atlantic high pressure region continues to support moderate to locally fresh winds across the islands of the Bahamas. For the northwest Bahamas, weather very cloudy, hot, hazy, and a bit breezy with a chance of a stray shower possible. For the central and southeast Bahamas, weather partly to mostly sunny and a bit hot and breezy with few light passing showers and the chance of an afternoon thunderstorm turning mostly fair tonight. Your Thursday high temperature 91 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low of 75. And if you can see from our tower cam, it is looking pretty good on the outside. A ship is in harbor. I wonder if we should do some good boating today. I know those sloops that will be sailing in Auckland, Cat Island, Black Point, and Roeville this weekend will love this kind of weather. And as we look ahead to the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that August Monday holiday weekend, breezy with clouds and sun on Friday, 86 in the day, 79 at night. And then on Saturday, sunny and breezy and pleasant, 86 in the day, 79 at night. And August Monday, a thunderstorm expected in the afternoon, but that should get out of here, 87 in the day, 77 at night.
A 4-year-old boy, one of two people shot and killed Tuesday evening in two separate incidents, the third shooting here in the capital in less than 12 hours. The police commissioner and his top brass calling an emergency press briefing Wednesday to update the public on the status of those investigations, which so far have found that gang retaliations appear to be at the heart of a number of these incidents.
The 4-year-old young boy was along with his parents, both parents. They were traveling west on Fleming Street. While in that area, a young man was being chased by two others who was armed with handguns. Shots were being fired. One of the bullets went through the front windshield of that vehicle, hitting the young child to the body.
Relatives of 4-year-old murder victim Kenton Seymour Jr. sharing their anguish and calling for justice in the case. His aunt, Krishnell Thompson, demands that the perpetrator be made to pay.
They let these people out who killing people, and they giving them Anglet boys to come out here to do the same thing. I want justice for my nephew. He only 4. That's a baby. He ain't get to live his life yet. But yet y'all rather give them an anklet bracelet to come out here to kill more people?
Among those weighing in on the gun violence sweeping the country, the Prime Minister himself, who says it's incumbent upon each and every one of us to do more in the crime fight.
The heinousness of the acts that's being committed on our streets just has to stop. My heart cries out to the family. I plead to our people. We are killing one another. There's no need for us to turn on one another. Whatever the issues, we need to be able to work them out.
A noticeable decrease in the number of people being treated in hospital for COVID, and again, there seem to be sad about new infections. Looking at the figures pulled in from Doctors Hospital, the Princess Margaret Hospital, and Grand Bahama Health Services, the Bahamas is down to 36 patients. This while an additional 11 people have picked up the virus, 10 of them on New Providence, 1 on Grand Bahama. Active cases and recoveries, 392 and 21 respectively. Scores of persons from all sectors of society honored for their service and sacrifice throughout the COVID-19 pandemic during an official ceremony at the Bahamas Resort. The government, through the National Independence Committee, honored them as heroes.
We thank God for those who made sacrifices to ensure that others survived and lived comfortably.
It is a comfort to know as we drove the streets that while we may have been confined to our homes, that you were there, as it were, on the stand for us.
What do you want from a cloud solution? You want flexibility and edge? You want to modernize implications with the ability to deliver new ones with lightning speed. You want an infrastructure that's automated, secure, cost-effective, and scalable. You want to give the end user the freedom they want with the control you need. You can't get all that from just any cloud. You need something better. You need Bahamas Cloud. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me. From the people and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
Local crowdfunding hub ArawakX is set to expand into an IPO among other moves. This according to Chief Technology Officer Diasi Rami Jr. He explains, come the fourth quarter, a number of changes will begin under the banner ArawakX 2.2, and he will predict that shares will be made available within the next 3 years.
And what that is a new technology architecture that will allow us to be a lot more receptive to the user experience. So you'll be seeing a 2.1 launching soon, a 2.2, and each of those are new features. So like in 2.1, people will be able to go into their phones and they'll be able to see their accounts, they'll be able to see what their investments are, as well as track transactions, etc. So it should be a lot more streamlined. And then also with 2.2 will be a reporting platform where issuers can better and more easily communicate with their investors.
From the beginning, our intention was that ArawakX would be owned by the crowd, that the Bahamas would take this jewel, this very important license, which enables us to do so many different products, and be owned by the people themselves, directly having shares in it. So if you've been pushing a lawnmower for the last several years, and now when it's time to retire, sometime in the future, probably within the next 3 years, we are going to have it where you can buy shares directly into ArawakX, and you can watch your money grow like with any other company.
As we head to the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On July 28, 1978, two Defense Force crafts, the Marlin and Flamingo, arrived at the Prince George Dock. On that same day in 2001, Freeman, the natural bar, retained the North American Boxing Organization's super middleweight title with a fourth-round technical knockout win over Ronnie Martinez in Florida.
The natural resources of the Bahamas play a critical role in supporting Bahamian livelihoods. For example, the fishing and tourism industry, which include fishermen, seafood exporters, hoteliers, dive operators, restaurants, and others. Collectively, they generate approximately $1.5 billion a year. Therefore, we must respect and preserve what we have. These resources belong to us.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
This is my livelihood.
So let's all do our part to maintain our local economy and a good quality of life. Remember, if we take care of nature, nature will take care of us.
Relay, each team member must do his or her part in the race. If one member drops the baton, it impacts all of us. Across all ages, genders, abilities, nationalities, cultures, or religion, we are all on the same team, and we all have a role to play in getting to the finish line to win the race against COVID-19. Don't drop the baton on safety. Wear your mask over your mouth and nose. Keep at least 3 feet distance from others. Do not touch your face, and wash or sanitize your hands often. Together, we will win.
There's a spark of greatness in each of us. That spark is called personality. Individual gifts and talents provide the fuel to set that spark ablaze. Each child has the right to an education which values their personality and nurtures their talents, while teaching them to be respectful to their parents and their cultures.
One network.
This used to be the waiting terminal for the airport. It's now gone.
We have the most experienced team covering hurricanes.
But when Hurricane Irma makes landfall here in New Providence in a few hours,
We cover the entire Bahamas before, during, and after the storm. One network covers every island rocket. We are the best because we have the best. For hurricane coverage, there's only one network. The Settlers Network.
After a few long summer weeks cutting and pasting, stitching and painting, students at the Port Charlotte Summer Camp can finally take a bow. This as the annual Summer Student Conclave closes out with a big summer showcase. The quote, final jam comes as students spent almost 4 weeks learning from trained artists, seamstresses, musicians, and more. The 20th installment of the camp saw more than 150 community kids participate. Having seen their talent firsthand, Minister of Works, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, encouraged students to achieve their goals, citing the limitless potential he sees in all of them.
Campus, we see you as that bundle of potentiality that will tell our stories, that will build industries, that will lead us.
So we've been featuring Miss Bahamas contestants over the past few weeks, and this morning we're talking with the final four. That is Natalia Pratt, Juanita Roll, Angel Cartwright, and Bashir Isaacs. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Edition, ladies.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So tell us, the pageant takes place this weekend at the Atlantis showroom. What are some of the final preparations ahead of the pageant?
Well, we're going to have our interview tonight. We meet the judges for the first time. It's going to be Channing Noel, and we're really excited for the panelists to see everything that we've prepared over the past 12 weeks for the enrichment program.
So what has been your experience like so far?
It has been wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I met new friends, new wonderful ladies, and a new father, I should say that, Mr. Smith.
So what would you say is the most nerve-wracking aspect of it, or has been the most nerve-wracking for you?
For me, I would say it's preparing for all the public speaking and interview questions, because that's never been my strong suit before this. But after the 12-week enrichment program, I can definitely say I've come out a better speaker.
And you were here bright and early, looking
Yes.
lovely in your tangerine. So tell us, how are you feeling in terms of being ready for the pageant this weekend?
I feel amazing. I feel really ready now. You know, at the beginning, we're really shy and a little bit reserved in terms of expressing ourselves and the public speaking, as she mentioned before. But now, after the enrichment, I mean, I think we're really ready to get in front of those judges and just show them everything we've got.
So far you would say, ladies, that it's been like a sense of camaraderie between you throughout the pageant. What have you gained aside from being a little bit more confident that people wouldn't think that you would learn preparing for a pageant?
Definitely for me, I would say sisterhood. I know that stereotypically people assume that pageant girls are rivals and that we're obviously competing for a crown, but at the end of the day, we have spent every single weekend together for the past 12 weeks. We've been through highs and lows together. We've attended events, and it's a sisterhood. At the end of the day, we've gained lifelong friends, and that's something that at the end of the day, each of us would get to walk away with.
And all of you share that feeling?
Yes,
honestly.
You know what's good on top of this? It's like we're standing in this room together, we're becoming friends, but we're all young women as well. So I see these girls, you know, we may get into business together. We're starting new things. We're going to have great collaborations. So it's going to be
So obviously, tell us, ladies, what would you say to other young women who are out there? They're looking, they're maybe considering joining the pageant at some point in the future. Each of you, tell us what would be your word of advice to any of them just watching and listening to us today.
I would say join, because it'll help you, it will groom you to be more of a young lady. It would help you with speaking. It would help you also with presenting yourself better to persons. So I'll say join, and with that it'll help you gain more confidence as well. More confidence. It's not just about the beauty, it's the confidence, it's the education as well.
I would say definitely start preparing the moment that you really realize that you want to do it, and that includes more than just public speaking. You have to start working out, you have to start taking better care of yourself and prepare your mental health for having a hectic schedule, but it's nothing you can't overcome.
And what about you? What would be your advice?
I would say don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. We have a 12-week enrichment program. We've had Toastmasters training. We've had etiquette training, dining training. We've had so many opportunities for public speaking to share our platforms with the entire Bahamas international viewers. I would say that don't just think about the crown at the end of the day. Think about the woman that you're going to become at the end of the journey.
And I would end it on just saying, do it, do it, do it. You know, they covered all of these amazing notes, and really it's true. We come here, and even though we think we're ready a lot of the time, we're obviously beautiful women. We have all of our degrees and all of these other things, but there's so much to learn at the end of the day. Even when you think you're so prepared, we get on into this program and we're completely different people after.
And obviously we know, as we mentioned earlier on, the pageant is of course this weekend at the Atlantis Resort. Anyone, where can we get tickets if persons want to come out and support all of the contestants?
Please message me on social media. My handle is Angel J. Cartwright. I don't know if I'll have the time to personally deliver them, but I will have them delivered to you by Saturday. Let me know if you're interested in tickets. Otherwise, you can visit the Miss Bahamas Universe website and you can buy your tickets electronically.
And you can also pick up a few at Signature Styles.
Yes.
Or message any one of us on Instagram.
Yes. Awesome. Well, there you have it. Any one of the lovely ladies, they're ready to make sure you have your tickets to be prepared to cheer all of your crowd favorites on during this weekend's production.
Abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
Adolescent parents face challenges in twofold. One would be judgment, and the second would be rejection, where they're either cascaded or they're expelled from the home. And that's where we find a lot of adolescent parents, especially the females, they run into the arms of harmful kindness. I find that one of the biggest challenges that adolescent parents are faced with is depression. Once depression starts to set in, their thinking and their thought process is not a normal one, which leads them to make risky choices, such as unsafe abortions. In order to reduce adolescent pregnancy, it will take intentional partnerships between non-governmental and governmental agencies, along with international partnerships, to advocate on the accessible and available services that the community can take advantage of.
Famed freediver Andre Musgrove making yet another guest appearance on Shark Week this year on the Discovery Channel. This is Musgrove's third time on Shark Week, and he shares what the experience was like.
This year, I'm on 2 shows for Shark Week as an on-camera presenter and also professional freediver, focusing on great white sharks and mako sharks. We traveled to Guadalupe Island in Mexico, Baja California, dry tortugas in the Florida Keys. This year, my role is freediver and also underwater cameraman. On the first show called Mission Shark Dome, I'm a professional freediver doing some science, trying to get an ultrasound on a great white shark. And on the second show, I'm freediver and underwater cameraman, being able to film my co-host and the sharks that we're interacting with in order to get a biopsy sample from a mako shark. I worked with Discovery Channel a few times for Shark Week. I've done a Shark Week series, their first ever on Discovery Plus. I've shot behind the cameras, underwater DP and cameraman. And for me, it's a lot of fun because oftentimes I come to the Bahamas to film these things and I can go right in my backyard to film.
Great exposure there, Jimmy. And do you watch Shark Week?
Of course.
I always wonder why Shark Week comes on when most of the people are going in the water in the summer, and every time it comes on.
That's the design, of course. Everyone is seeing Jaws, and you have maybe a little bit of fear, but they say, oh, well, why not? Let's have Shark Week too.
And I can know when Shark Week starts because my mommy will always call, do not take them trailing in the water. Do not take them trailing in the water. They still want to go. But let's bring the question up on the screen, the trivia question. Which organization was initially responsible for the operations of the Children's Mercy Hostel? Who was it, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Let's bring the answer up. The Bahamas Christian Council, and the winner this morning is Priska Bannister Headfield, and she can pick up a gift bag, all courtesy of Janae's Uniform Center. But make sure go on down to Janae's and get your back-to-school gifts. You understand that August is starting Monday.
Already.
Summer is already over. Those kids will be getting back to school, short summer break. I can't wait till summer's over. They cost me more.
I thought he was disappointed, guys.
No, the kids cost you more in the summer than they do during school when school open. Eating electricity, this and that. Daddy, come home, I need it. Mommy, this. No, go back to school. Give them teachers some stress. But be sure to stay tuned into the ZZ Network with news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day, and the Northern Edition, the Bahamas Tonight at 7 o'clock. Enjoy it there, everybody.